Hello, guys, and welcome back to As If the Podcast. I am your host, Asia, my queen. So, I am deciding to retire the singing because it is getting to the point where people are getting jealous of me. I'm getting hate mail saying, "Why is your voice so fucking beautiful? I want that voice." And I'm like, you know what? This was passed down. It was passed down. I heard Aretha Franklin was my great great aunt. That might be the reason, but you know, some people are less fortunate. So, what I would like to say is you get the limo out front. Ooh, oh, hottest style, every shoe, every color. Yeah, when you're famous, it could be kind of fun. It's really you and no one ever discovered. Who would have thought that a girl like me would do as a superstar? Wait, superstar. You get the best of both worlds. Then you rock out the show. Call me Hanny Montani. That was a bomb-ass show. Wow. The other day, the clip went viral, that episode where Selena Gomez was on it. And I was just like, those were some good fucking times. And the thing is, I thought those outfits were eaten. And they were starving. Those outfits were definitely starving. The sparkly skirts with the half jacket. I was like, this is what we call fashion, baby. So today I thought we would talk about sex. The thing that everyone wants, but not everyone can have. And I just want to talk about my personal experience with sex and how my mind was warped when it came to sex for a very long time. And it really stunted my growth as a human being. I was going to say as a woman, but as a human being, I am less mature than most my age because I was scared of sex. Terrified of sex. And I'm not saying just with men, with women as well. And I wanted to talk about some of the reasons why I was terrified of sex. And I know that it could resonate with a lot of people out there because, you know, we're one and the same and we all go through very similar issues. I think we like to act like individuals when it comes to the issues that we deal with, but a lot of us go through the same thing. So here I am spilling my tea so we can all feel welcomed. My earliest memory when it came to sex was in the 6th grade. So I was in the living room watching that 70s show with one of my family members that happens to be significantly older than me. And there was a part where they were making out. And I don't know if I looked more interested in that part because that specific family member decided to tell me, hey, you know, if you kiss with tongue, you're going to hell. And I was like, what? I'm never kissing with tongue. So my first kiss was in the 7th grade. Oh my God, I remember his name. And it was a truth or dare, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. I hate to consider that my first kiss because the motherfucker was dared. We were dared to kiss each other. We didn't voluntarily kiss each other. And I remember being like, oh my God, please do not put your tongue in my mouth. Please do not do this because we are both going to hell if we do this. So that didn't happen. I remember I was like, like, I am not licking tongues and meeting Lucifer. You got me fucked up. So later on that year, 7th grade, I got a little girlfriend, right? I had a little husband. She was literally the love of my life from the 7th grade to my freshman year of high school. And I remember her being so confused as to why we couldn't make out. We could only just peck and hold hands. And I never expressed to her. I came up with a joke that is so fucked up, but let's just say it. It's like, girl, you were taught that you would go to hell for same-sex relations and tongue kissing, but you're like, we got to choose. We got to choose one. I can't go all the way to the bottom of hell. I'll sacrifice a little hell, but not all the way to hell. So I was like, no, we cannot make out. I do not want to do that yet. And I remember us turning 8 months. So on our 8-month anniversary, I was like, yo, I got to do this. I have to do this. My husband's going to leave me if I don't make out with her. So we did just that. And after then, I did not stop tongue kissing. I tongue kissed every moment of my life. I remember us being under bleachers, tongue kissing at the football games. We would meet in the restroom and tongue kiss. We would go behind buildings everywhere and tongue kiss. Like, it was on and cracking, because after the first day I tongue kissed and I didn't go to hell, I was like, oh, I will worry about that later, because now we getting it on. So I explored myself as far as kissing, and I thought that was a really big deal. I was really reluctant on expressing my sexuality to my family and my friends for a little bit, but they found out pretty early. But when it came to my family, I was really reluctant, not because I didn't think they would judge me. Well, maybe because of that. And the craziest thing about family and how they raise a lot of their kids is they make them ashamed of sex, but tend to forget that they were straight up whores growing up. So it's like, I guess it's a thing where it's like, I know what I was doing, so I ain't about to have you out here doing that. But the thing for me is that I'm not you and you're not me. You want your kids to have a healthy relationship with sex. You don't want them to grow up to be scared of it, because it could be a beautiful experience if you teach them about consent, ways to take care of their body, ways to protect themselves. It could definitely be a good experience for us, but instead it's like, just don't have it. I remember when my mom told me that she told her mom, which is my grandmother, that she was having sex and she needed birth control. Her mom was like, well, just stop having sex. And then I was born. So how did that turn out? Not good at all, right? So, and my mom was 17 when she got pregnant with me and 18 when she had me. So telling your kid not to have sex or just not to do anything and then just leave it as that, their brains are going to automatically be open to curiosity. But because I was such an obedient kid, which I don't find to be a compliment, I just listened. I just listened to what my mom had said. Ooh, sorry, Mom. It was you. I tried to hide it. It was you who told me I was going to hell if I tongue kissed. I love you down. But it was my mom who told me that. And I know they want to protect us, but at the end of the day, not informing your kids about sex isn't protecting them. My parents really just got lucky when it came, well, quote unquote lucky when it came to me specifically, because I waited a long time to actually engage in sexual behavior. And a lot of it was because I was just so afraid of the consequences the consequences of having sex. I just knew the downsides of having sex. Like, you could get pregnant, you can catch STDs, you can catch feelings and the person would leave you. That's all I knew about acting on sex with another person. As I got older, I had to try things out. And I did it little by little because I still was programmed to think so negatively about being sexual with another person. And honestly, it's a mixture of a lot of things as to why I was so hesitant to have sex. So we're going to talk about that as well. Another reason is because I do not like to explain my scars. I don't like to sit and explain why I have this on my stomach, why I have this on my back, why I have, it's just certain things I'm not ashamed of them. I just don't want to sit here and explain why I look the way I do when I'm supposed to be feeling sexy. And I always thought that I had to explain that before we could go forward. And I just did not ever feel comfortable with doing that. And this is so funny. I'm going to tell a quick story. So when I was engaging in intercourse with someone, the person was, TMI, but, sucking on my nipple, right? And I have a weird scar on my nipple because I had surgery at 19 to get a lump removed, right? So as he was like sucking on my nipple, it was dark, right? I could kind of see his eyebrows raised, like, what the fuck is this? And I felt so small and so just ugly. I was just like, oh, I just don't want to do this anymore. I really just don't want to do this anymore. And the thing for me is that he probably wasn't even thinking anything of it. But because I grew up with so much shame of my scars and my body, I automatically just was like, okay, so he obviously is so disgusted by this, just like myself. And he didn't call me back, so he probably was weirded out by that, now that I think about it. Anyways, so yeah, that was so weird. It was a weird situation, and like I said, I never want to sit here and explain why I have this or why I look like this when I'm supposed to be feeling free and sexy and ready to go. What I've had to work through for myself is if I don't accept my body, no one else is going to. So if I'm showing up very insecure, no, don't. It's automatically going to be a situation where I feel like they're seeing me the way I see me. And nobody cares. Like, let's be real. Let's be fucking real here. If you get a person to the point where they're butt ass naked and you see scars or stretch marks and you're like, oh no, I cannot. You're probably too immature to have sex. And it is what it is, because sex is an adult thing. Scars and stretch marks are only a piece of a person's story, and adults have stories. And you're going to meet a grown-ass woman who has stretch marks. You're going to meet a grown-ass woman that has scars. And if that turns you off, you probably shouldn't be having sex. And it's not me saying, if you don't want to have sex with me, then you are no, not at all. But if you expect someone to be completely perfect when you take off their clothes, it's kind of ridiculous. People have discoloration, they have scars, they have stretch marks, they have weird birthmarks. It is what it is. We're humans. So I really had to come to that conclusion like, yo, I'm a human being. And if someone doesn't want to engage in intercourse with me, that is completely your decision and your right. But I'm not going to tear myself apart because you feel like I'm not a person that you want to have sex with, because my value isn't in someone wanting me sexually. And I really had to really beat that into my head. And also I met people that was like, okay, let's go. Like it's nothing. It's nothing at all. And I think it helped a lot that I've had more sexual experiences with women than I have with men, because women understand women's bodies. We get it. We understand that we're not perfect. We have stretch marks. And I really don't think stretch marks and scars and hip dips and stuff like that makes you imperfect. But we're talking about the standard, the beauty standard here. So excuse me for speaking like them, but I'm going to just for the conversation. But women understand the fact that other women aren't perfect, so we don't go into the experience of sex thinking that she's going to have a matching bra and underwear, her stomach's going to be super flat, her butt's going to be all the way to her shoulders, her titties are going to be perky. It just isn't that. Like you can't really see me now, but if you see pictures of me, I'm pretty thick, right? And because I'm thick, there are some things that are, a little lower than the average. My titties are a little low. I have some cellulite on my legs because I have thick thighs that save lives, baby. But I love them, and there's nothing that I wouldn't trade them for the world. I also think that a lot of us need to go outside. And that's what my issue was when I would say 20, maybe 19. I was really, really, really sheltered. I sheltered myself. I kind of stayed to myself for a very long time. And a lot of the experiences or a lot of the interactions that I've seen amongst people was through social media and on TV. So when I saw a sex scene, it was always a woman with a matching bra and underwear and no cellulite, no stretch marks, a flat stomach, a nice perky ass, perky titties. And I was like, okay, well, I don't look anything like that. So is anyone going to be attracted to what I got going on? So when I had my first sexual experience, I kind of came in like, what? And that motherfucker didn't see shit. Not a scar, not a nothing. Was rubbing me down. I was like, wait, what? Is this okay? You don't care that I got a scar. Oh, okay. You don't care that I have cellulite on my leg. Okay. You don't care that my titties are touching my ankles. Okay. All right. And that's just what it was. Like, it was nothing. Again, it was nothing. So I'm so happy that I'm so over that. And also, you have to have sex with people that want to have sex with you. I can't stress that enough. One of my friends told me he had sex with this girl because he knew that she would try hard and it would be good. That was it. So it had nothing to do with pleasing her. It had nothing to do with making her feel beautiful. It had nothing to do with nothing. I'm sure he didn't eat her out. I'm sure he didn't rub her down. Nothing. Just went to Pound Town and dipped. And the thing is that gross, gross. Ugh, gross, disgusting. Because I don't doubt that she went home thinking like, was it me? Because that same thing happened to me too. Like, some shit happened to where a guy just really didn't try, and my self-esteem was just so low that I just allowed him to just not try or give a fuck about actually taking care of my body. And when it was over, I just felt so gross. I felt like, I was like, dude, I don't even want to talk to you. I don't want anything to do with you, honestly. And he wanted to have a conversation and talk the next day and shit like that. No, I don't want to do, no. I think a person that wants to please you in the bed, you could see that they are someone who gives a fuck about you being pleased before you even get into the bed. Like, are they considerate with your time? Do they hold the door? How do they respond to you when it comes to deep conversations? And the thing is, these motherfuckers can bamboozle you. You can be bamboozled. But if we're just trying to at least see if they are someone who cares about you feeling comfortable in the bed, you can consider those things. I mean, you might still be wrong and you might still get fucked. I think it just takes being with people that actually fucking like us. People be lying. They do be lying. They be acting like they care about you. They be acting like they care about your day just to get in them draws. But there are some people that literally be like, yo, I'm selfish. They probably won't say it, but in their actions, they will tell you that they're selfish. They don't care about your time. They don't care about anything you got fucking going on. And they want to get what they want and get the fuck out. Some people will show up like that. I'm actually really surprised how many people don't lie anymore. I'm tired of it. I'm going to need people to start lying again, because all this honesty, all this keeping it 100 and stuff like that, I'm just, why? 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 That video that went viral with homegirl who said that, oh, dude used her for sex, and she's literally this close to the camera crying her eyeballs out. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, I understand you feel used and lied to and stuff like that. I get it. I completely understand. I guess if I was looking for a sexual partner outside of my relationship, which I'm not, I don't want you to come over here and be like, yeah, bitch, I want to fuck you. Let's fuck. Even if that's what you mean. I don't want you to do that. I don't want that. Lie to me. Oh, I think you're so great. You're the earth, you're the moon, you're the stars, all that, da, 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 da. I'll believe you because I agree. I I do. So I'm gonna need you to tell a couple lies, because ain't no motherfucking way. Ain't no way. I hate a nonchalant motherfucker. Like, I can't do it. I cannot do it. Act like you crazy about me. Act like you really like me, nigga. Like, what the fuck? But these people, because I'm going to say people because, you know, I like men's and women's, will just come up to you and be like, oh, I'm just here to fuck. And I'm like, I get it. And that's fine. But, like, do we really got to, like, say that? Do we? Like, let's pretend that we like each other. Fuck. And then maybe the next day we could be like, oh, I'm moving to Antarctica. Oh, yeah, me too. Bye. Like, it literally could be that. But instead, we just want to be fucking honest. So be proud of your body, be proud of your boundaries, your standards, because they exist for a reason and they should be honored by you. And when they're honored by you, other people have no other choice but to honor them. And yeah, that's all we got. I think I talked a lot today, and it's time to take a fucking nap. Thank you guys for listening, for watching. You could watch on YouTube, Asia My Queen. You can watch clips on Instagram, As If the Podcast, or Asia My Queen on TikTok. Where else? Follow me everywhere, Asia My Queen. You'll find me and you'll find whatever else that I'm doing. So thank you again for watching, for listening. I hope you have a great day and have some good sex.